All right, we'll now get you some breaking news that is coming in. And G7 has agreed to new sanctions on Russia. This amid the Russia-Ukraine war. G7 group nations, in fact, have agreed to slapping fresh sanctions on Russia. This is over Russia's invasion of Ukraine that so this is the breaking update that we are getting to you. The G7 nations are going to be slapping fresh sanctions on Russia for its invasion on Ukraine. All right, let's go straight across to my colleague Rishabh, who is joining us on the phone line for more details. Rishabh, we are learning that the G7 group of nations are going to be, in fact, imposing fresh sanctions on Russia. Do we have any more details on these sanctions that are going to be imposed by the G7 nations?
So we need to understand that since last 15 months, there have been multiple sanctions on Russia, and all the G7 grouping members are signatory to those sanctions. EU has major sanctions on Russia, and United States have till recently been imposing new sanctions on Russia. Just G7 meeting has come at the time when the war is already in the 15th month, and US was asking for more sanctions, while Japan wanted to ensure that the sanctions which are already in place should be more and more effective to starve the war machinery of Russia. And that's the thing that have been discussed in G7, and all the member states of G7 grouping has agreed that economic, military, as well as export and import sanctions should be imposed on Russia, which means that it would be more and more difficult for any country to buy Russian goods and for that matter, oil, for that matter, gas and energy from Russia, as well as it will be more and more difficult for the Russian authorities to invest or get money out of any third country.
Absolutely. Many thanks, Rishabh, for joining us with all those details.